Hey everyone, Starknight here. For today's video, we're gonna be drawing my most memorable experience in the Manifesto tour in Manila. I will try my best to share my experience in the whole concert. It's one of the moments that I will never forget, and I was very grateful that I was able to experience it. So I already sketched the whole compositions of the character. All I have to do now is sketch the hair and the clothing. So for the Manifesto concert in Manila, I was able to secure a ticket for VIP standing way back from December. So one tip I could probably give for people who will go VIP standing is wear something comfy. I saw a lot of engines there who were wearing like wedding gowns and like high boots. I mean, it's your choice if you want to look grand and everything, but once the concert starts, it doesn't matter how you look. There's a lot of people around you and expect a lot of pushing. I think one goal you should set if you're VIP standing is a low queue number for the barricade because securing that barricade if you're VIP standing is one priority because you will have a higher chance of interacting with your artist or bias. But even though it was so tiring and a lot of energy was exhausted, it was still one of the best experience ever. Especially like before the concert starts, there's a fan zone outside of the arena. Like that's where all different fan base have their freebies booth. And I will say the line for each booth was so long. Like I remember lining up for this one booth. It took me 30 minutes to just get there. But anyways, here are the freebies that I got. Most of it are just banners and unofficial photo cards. I also got this big cute Jungwon head. It was really cool. A lot of people were trying to get it after I received it from the booth since it's randomly given. Also, when we were lining up for the queue number, we saw this really cute staff. We wanted to ask for a picture, but we got really shy. So when we entered the arena, unfortunately, we weren't able to secure the barricade, but we were very close to it. We're like two people away from the barricade. So if we try reaching with our hands, we can still reach the barricade. So we waited for like I think 2 hours before the concert starts. And I was feeling so tired and exhausted. I think at that time it was like around 6 o'clock. And the last time I drank water was like lunch, which was 12 o'clock. And we can't just leave our spot there, or else we'll be at the back and we wouldn't see anything. So we were so relieved when the bouncer started giving like a box of water to everyone who was in the VIP standing. It's actually one of the sweetest moments because every single engines there were working together. Like somebody's gonna ask, does anybody want water? And we just pass them like one by one. I really love the teamwork and the concern there. So here in our drawing, after we sketched the character, we started working on putting the colors on the character. I first started with their skin since there's a lot of element that I need to work on and it could be very overwhelming. When I was brainstorming on what to draw for something related to the concert, I was rewatching the videos that I got from the concert and I saw this really beautiful picture. And I was like, I need to redraw this. I will never forget that moment because that's the moment when I felt so emotional and I feel like I wanted to keep fighting for my dream. Like whenever I remember that scene, it just makes me want to keep working harder. And I remember I was really crying at that time. And that experience was just so surreal and I wanted to experience it again. So after I added the base color for the characters, we started adding the shadows. So I didn't go over too much for the details since I wanted to try focusing more on the overall mood of the piece. Then after their skin color, we started working on with the hair. I have to be careful of the shape of their hair because it will have a big effect of identifying who's who in the picture. Then I also started coloring the clothes. It was really easy since most of their clothes are just very casual. There's nothing really complicated with the design. It's just a little bit overwhelming since there's a lot of characters and I have to keep in mind of the background, especially the overall mood of the piece. Since I've already talked about what I felt in the concert, let's talk about their overall visuals. Out of all of them, to be honest, for me, Jake is the most handsome ever. All of their visuals are so good, but Jake's is just different. You know the joke where they say, you go to the concert with this bias, but after the concert, you have a different one? I'm a little bit struggling with that. I really love Sonu, but Jake, I didn't really expect it. I really thought Sunghan is gonna be the reason I'm changing my bias, but I didn't expect Jake. But hey, let's make something clear. I still love Sonu. My heart is just torn into two. There's not enough word just to explain how much ENHYPEN has changed me as a person. I really noticed like a big change in me. For starters, I became more productive. Now I always strive to give out content that is genuine from me and to always give my 101% best. They have inspired me to do better and just live in the present. We all start somewhere, just like how they worked hard to get to where they are right now. We all need to do our own races. So I will be coloring all of the characters. Feel free to just leave me in the background and we'll be back later. After coloring and rendering all of the characters, we're now starting to work on with the background. For this part, I have to keep in mind of the angles and the lines. For the stage, I just copied the one from the manifesto in Manila. It's one of the most magical moments there when they were rising up while saying shout out. Like before the song started, some people around me are saying, should they focus recording or should they just feel the moment? But for me, I wanted to do both. I want to embrace the moment at the same time capture it. Shoutout is one of the performances that I was looking forward to when I was in the concert. I saw how beautiful it was through other concerts and the internet, and being able to experience it in real life feels so different. It's a moment that I will always want to get back to, and even sometimes if I rewatch the videos that I got, I feel so emotional and sometimes I just cry out of nowhere. This piece has a very special place in my heart. And I realize how in every painting or drawing that I do, I should always put my emotion there because I started believing that if you love what you're doing, I'm sure other people will feel it too. We are drawing near the end, everyone. All I want to say is I'm very proud on how this piece turned out. It's very magical, and I hope I was able to give you some sort of a glimpse of the feeling being in the concert. I'm very grateful that I was able to experience this. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Thank you so much for watching until the end of the video. I really appreciate you listening and joining me in this experience. For more contents like this, don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up. Feel free to comment down below what you think of the piece. And Hypen has a very special place in my heart. They have inspired me to keep dreaming, and they are my seven saviors. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!